Hi friends, welcome back to craftsandcollage.com. If you're new here, welcome. Please take a minute to subscribe. And if you find you like my videos, take a second and like them, comment, pass the links on. It all helps to keep me in the active lists here on YouTube. And I'm trying to build a channel so I can have some fun doing lives and stuff, which I'm working on because I need a certain setup as far as my computer goes, so I'm working on that. And I'm kind of nervous, to be honest with you, but I should be able to do lives in the next few weeks. I might try something on Sunday just as a test, but welcome to Friday night Gluebooking on Crafts and Collage. I'm Janet, and to be honest with you, I did not have anything planned for tonight at all. I had made no plans as to what I was going to do tonight, but I figured we'd just wing it, so I took out some of the image folders I have, and if nothing strikes, then we can call it a day. But I was thinking, the holidays are coming up and so on. See, in Canada, we have the autumn equinox yesterday and today, and then we have our Canadian Thanksgiving early October, and then we have Halloween, and then we have Christmas. And I enjoyed, when I lived in the States, I enjoyed the idea of ushering in the Christmas vacation part with Thanksgiving in November. But here, it sort of ushers in the fall, the Halloween season. So do we want to do animals? We're working in the new magazine again, so maybe we could do that animal page that I showed you at the front, or we could do a foodie page. Flowers, not the right season for flowers. Trees and forests, there's possibilities there. Cartoons, don't think so. Women, no, not tonight. Buildings and castles. Tempting. Mountains. Tempting again. Landscapes and beaches. Again tempting, but I think we'll go with the ones that struck me as I was looking through. I also brought up the big miscellaneous green folder, the green monster full of my miscellaneous pictures and stuff, so we can poke through that if need be. But now it's to choose. Do we want animals, trees and forests, or food? Let's see where we get with a foodie page first. And or are there a lot of autumn? I gotta look. Sorry, folks. Sorry. And my daughter is taking me to see the Van Gogh experience tomorrow. So I'm really excited about that. Really excited. I absolutely love Van Gogh's work. There's a couple of reasons. First, he suffered terribly from some mental illnesses. A few things more than a few of us share. And particularly because his vision, he dealt with cataracts, he dealt with retinal problems, things like that, and that is exactly what I'm dealing with at the moment. I had cataract surgery 10 years ago, but I've had retina detachments and now macular, both wet and dry degeneration. So yeah, I've got low vision, and I do my stuff, compensating for that. And I have been planning out the episode of Crafts and Collage that I'm going to do for others with low vision, because there's certain things I do in my artwork, my doodles, my sketches, my gluebooking, that accommodates my vision vision disability, impairedness. I don't know how to impaired. Anyway, you know what I mean. So I've learned some things over the years on how to get the sort of the effect I want in a sketch or colors or whatever while having low vision. So there's a possibility that, some of those little things could help someone else who can't see as well as they once did, you know. Alright, I got some trees, but the animals and food intrigue me. So, we can work on this heron page and see. I think that's where we're going to start. If we have time, we can do a secondary page. Nothing wrong with that. And we can get started on this lovely page. The blue heron is a picture I really like. And normally, I would have harvested this title, The Edge of Things, because as you've seen in previous videos, I have a box, kind of, you know, a little ornate wooden box with a glass lid, where I've put all I save all kinds of text from the magazines that you pillage. Save text. You never know when a phrase like that is going to totally suit what you're doing. You never know. So pillage all text and put it away. Alright, so what have we got? Me and giraffes. Oh, I saw rhinos at the zoo when we went last Friday. Oh, that was so cool to see them. They are massive when you're up close to them. And I was within, I'd say 30 feet of the guy, and he was just ginormous. And they are as close, from what I was reading on the zoo information thing, they are literally prehistoric. They haven't changed much since prehistory, and they are one of the things, along with sharks, although even sharks have morphed and changed, but the rhino has virtually changed not at all. And it's a prehistoric animal, and when you look at them, but to get to see one live, I'm not a big deal person for zoos. I think that for many years zoos were in the wrong. They had the wrong impression of animals. They had the wrong idea of what they needed and so on. And a lot of zoos are changing that now. And the one I was at is, I've got a board full of environmental specialists and animal specialists and professors from the university here and things like that, and a couple of vegans and so on. So the animals at this point are well taken care of. I love penguins. I love them. We saw those at the zoo too. They're just awesome, penguins. So awesome. So I think an animal one is what we're doing tonight, folks. Alright, so we've got birds and giraffes and rhinos and zebras and elephants. I think that's probably enough. Oh, we have a seal. You know, you go through a pile of pictures you haven't been through in a while, and it's amazing how new they can look to you. Like, like you go to, I don't remember saving that, you know? Kind of think camels. Ooh, because I would save the clouds for something else. Save everything. I know that sounds terrible, but save everything. Because honestly, those bags and boxes of, wow, I might be able to use that sometime, come in really handy when you're looking for some particular type of thing that you're not sure about. You know, you're not quite sure what you're looking for. That kind of thing. So save everything. And someday, you know, when you're done crafting, you can toss it all or swing it to the next poor relatives that has to sort through it. Right? Because they do. I mean, let's face it. We crafters tend to leave a lot of stuff to clean up when we have to be shipped off to the nursing home, or we end up croaking, or, you know. Yep. So, try and be neat and tidy about your craft stuff. Try not to leave it junky for the next person that has to deal with it. Be nice. Be nice. Or, you can have a lot of fun and leave hidden messages all through your stuff, just so they have to go through it to find the money pieces. Which sounds just so much fun to me. Oh my goodness. Alright, so we have some pretty cool animals. let's cut these out from here just to reserve the black clouds, because those are pretty cool. I think they're smoke, and that's sad on the face of it, but a pretty cool picture. So, giraffes. These two, what do you think? I think that's perfect. Now, we're obviously going to cut the beer bottle out, because that's a Canadian beer commercial right there. You don't get much more Canadian than a moose. Alright, now the rhinos, they're kind of big, so I'm not sure. And as far as the penguins go, there's a bunch in that picture that we can cut out or use the bigger ones. So we have a choice for penguins. If you haven't seen it yet, Benedict Cumberbatch can't say the word penguins. And if you go look it up on YouTube, Benedict Cumberbatch saying penguins, you'll get a good giggle. He's funny. He really has I think he was on Graham Norton, and he has a really hard time with that word. Just can't seem to say it. So it's kind of entertaining, to say the least. To say the least. Okay, so where do we want to start? The moose along the bottom, what do you think? Because we're working within this blue bar. I've decided I'm going to work within that blue frame. So first of all, let's get these sides cut, and then I'll even it up with the paper cutter. So yeah, the zoo on Friday, and I haven't been to a zoo in decades, but oh, the animals, it's lovely. Their enclosures are not enclosures, they're full. The zoo sits on 120 some acres, and they're full. These animals, I could only see the gorilla from like 100 yards away, because his enclosure is totally open, and he's got all kinds of, like, they're not enclosed per se anymore. It's amazing, and they're well taken care of, and they're most of them species that are at risk anyway. So there's a bunch of cellular and stuff, things like that, helping. So it's good to see. But I hadn't been to a zoo in literally years and years and years. So it was kind of fun. Me and my daughter and my granddaughter went, and my granddaughter's 4 now. So and she's an awesome kid. She's autistic, which apparently runs in my family. We're all being you know, getting things in order, that and ADHD. So it's apparently a genetic situation a lot of the time, and she's been the blessing of a lifetime. Oh my God. Okay, so where is the heron? Right here, because that was the whole point of this, was leaving the heron. Yes, indeed. And she's not nonverbal. She's pretty good talking and stuff, but oh, she's taught us about my family, our family history. It explains a gazillion things from my past. It's amazing. It's amazing knowing what you're dealing with. That's part of things. If in life you actually figure out what it is you're dealing with, or begin to know what you're dealing with. Oh, perfect. Look at that fit, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, and any other pronoun you prefer. Look at that fit, guys. That's perfect. Okay, well, we're going to get this glued down, because this is going to be a little bit different, I think, kind of Gluebook page than we're actually used to. I don't usually lay something down permanently, like cover the whole thing in glue sort of thing. I tend to leave it lifted up or unglued so I can tuck stuff in, but I'm not sure. I think this one is going to be more a fit together. I have a feeling. I don't know for sure, but I'm not sure the elephants go in this. These zebras look awesome. They really are adorable. They really are. And the lion with the baby. The giraffes, I think, might be a little bit for this. A little big. And the rhinos are big. But let's see what we can do. So, camels, a camel, one camel. And where does the heron sit? Okay. Right there. Alright, so we want to cut that directly in front of the other camel. The camel. I hear they spit, but I wouldn't mind actually meeting a camel. The one animal I absolutely would give a great deal to have an encounter with is elephants. Ganesha is a favorite energy for me. The remover of obstacles, he's called, and he is known as, he can be referred to as he or she, comes across masculine or feminine for Hindus. And his holy days, what you would call holy days, occur in September, so we've just, I believe, passed them. And his title is Remover of Obstacles. Is that not the most wonderful thing to embrace when you're feeling overwhelmed? I don't know about you, but the idea of an energy that, you know, if I smile and think about it, can help me remove some obstacles. That to me sounds amazing. Absolutely amazing, if that makes any sense at all. Now, everybody's facing the wrong way. What if the camels, do they fit over here? Do they? Just barely. The type is wider over here. Alright, so there we go. They fit there. So that everybody isn't facing, because I could have literally had everybody facing one direction. So what about a lion right there? Kind of, I like that. That's pretty cool. Yep, pretty cool. So yeah, this art exhibit is supposed to be amazing. You can actually climb into the images he painted and things like that. So I'm really excited about it. Looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it. And then she got tickets for us in November for Cirque du Soleil, which is just striking me. It sounds amazing, actually. So let's get the rest of this down. I think it's a Christmas show, too. Not the Nutcracker, probably, but something like that. Alright. There you go, Moose. Live there. You're welcome. Nope. Okay. Okay. So, these look good. I like where they're sitting. And I kind of like the fact that the heron is like saying, yeah, really? Hold my beer, and facing the lion kind of thing. It's kind of cool. So, should we have a couple of zebras horning in on the moose there? What do you think? What do you think? Sorry, I can't do necessarily parallel lines because of my eyesight, so it's really hard to get things where I want them sometimes, so I apologize ahead of time. We just want... Alright, let me trim off the top first. Gotta be done. Oh, you gotta love cutters. You have to love the paper cutters. They're amazing. And my daughter's gonna go, oh, Mom, you had a creative weekend. Because she will see all the trimmings on the floor, because I just don't even bother to keep scooping them into the garbage. I know I'm going to have to sweep anyway, right? Because you always miss some. There's always some that don't get shuffled into the bin, the trash bin, so. my granddaughter's getting saucy up there. She's learning that part of, you know, oh, I'm way off. That part of little girl, you know, where they can get really saucy for a minute. Like really saucy. Butthead. Kids are buttheads anyway. I swear. Okay, so what are we putting at the top? The rhinos. See, they're going to run off the frame, and even though I like the frame, I kind of want the rhinos to run off of it, to be honest with you. Like, I don't have a problem with that at all. Let's first get a cut going that I can use as a picture. So what fun things do you have planned between now and the holidays, let's say? I want to start doing some videos with Halloween themes or fall themes because, of course, favorite time of year, you know. Of course it is. So, absolutely my favorite time of year. I do love Christmas, don't get me wrong. And I'm going to absolutely love being a grandma to an active little munchkin at Christmas. That's going to be fun. So much fun. Okay, so what if we do that? Oh, excuse me. I was waiting for 3. Usually there's 3. Alright, so with the rhinos there and the lions there, what can I do up that strip? I suppose a giraffe would work. Everybody's facing left. Look at this. That's crazy. Or, what about a penguin? Oh, yes. Okay. So, alright, let's lop off some penguin here. And, ooh, I like this already, folks. I absolutely adore penguins. Where's his tail? Okay, there he is. Alright. So, how tall do we need him? Okay, to there. Yay! That's my super duper, super impressive professional measuring my nail. That's the professional measurement right there. Right there. A nail. A little nail dig in the side of a picture. Okay, so if we put that there and we put, oh, perfect. So the rhinos won't, their back ends will kind of be taken off, but we can work with that. I'll tell you, you're gonna laugh, but they tend to aim their butts for the places where the people can walk. Even though they're far away, they kind of turn their back on the walking paths, the audiences and stuff, you know. So, all you see is big, huge, I mean, these are huge animals, rhino butts. Like, that's what you see. It's funny. Rhino butts. I got a picture of it. I don't know how to put it up on YouTube, so. Rhino butts. Did I cut off his nose? No, I didn't. And do penguins have noses or beaks? I guess they would be beaks, considering penguins are birds, right? Oh, perfect. Okay, perfect. Nice. Okay, let's get some of this glued down. Okay. And again, it's shaping up better than I thought when we started out, because like I said, I had no plan tonight. I just knew that I wanted to be with you guys on a, for a Friday night video. I've been really enjoying this time slot for some reason. It's like I don't work outside the home. I work from my home, and it's kind of like it starts the weekend for me, if that makes any sense at all. It kind of starts out the weekend for me. You know, the way the equinox, the autumn equinox starts out, you know, the autumn season, the fall. That's what I mean. Alright, I'm liking this. I really am. I'm going to leave that up right now because I don't know how I want to seat that. So we can put the lion right there. And we are going to glue him down on this end. These one-way conversations I have with myself. Okay, now I'm going to cheat a little because I'm going to just use my ruler and take off this oh, I guess I'm not. There we go. Yep. So the lion can be glued down all the way. Yep. And the other zebra can go here. I'm going to have that one outside the frame. I don't know why. Honestly, I couldn't tell you why. It just, like, normally my OCD would say no, everything's in the frame. But every once in a while, you know, it's a, you know, a jump to the left. And let's at least take some of this darker out. And my white marker isn't working great. I'll Posca that in a minute. Posca pens are amazing. But yeah, when your gut tells you to jump outside the lines, just jump outside the lines. Don't question it. And I'm not just talking about art. Life is too short not to eat the cake. It is too short. That's what my friend's mother said before she passed away of Lou Gehrig's disease. Eat the cake. My mother used to use the what she called Sunday dishes, because that's what my grandmother called them. She used to use the Sunday dishes regularly just because she loved the feel of eating off of them. And my grandmother used to just get nuts because of it, you know. It was kind of funny to listen to the two of them because they were funny. Grandma would, you know, oh, those are the Sunday dishes, Marion. What are you doing? But I like them, Mum. You know, they're my dishes. I'm going to eat off them. And so my mom would use them, and my grandmother would tisk the whole time and also enjoy eating off these lovely mint and china dishes. So it's a bit like that story of the woman who always cuts the end off her roast, and has done, and somebody asks her, a friend asks her why she does that, and she's had to think about it for a minute. She said, really, I don't know, other than the fact that my grandmother always did it. And the friend asked, what size roasting pan did your grandmother have? And the friend, I guess, the woman looked kind of startled because that was the reason the grandmother cut off the end of the roast, was because she had a smaller than normal roasting pan. And it's funny, what we do like that, that's sort of not necessarily tradition, but we sort of do it because someone taught us to or whatever, and it isn't necessarily the right info. So yeah, my grandmother always cut off the end of the cucumber, the root end, like the end that attaches to the stem, and she would cut off like just a bit of the root end. She'd rub the end on the other end of the cucumber, and it always created this white foam, right? And she always, she always did that. She said it made it less bitter. And I swear last year, I've always done that too, and I swear last year someone actually ended up doing that on like a TikTok thing or a kitchen hack thing. You know what I mean? One of those. And it does. It takes the bitterness out of cucumbers. Garden-grown cucumbers. Now, English cucumbers tend to be, well, they're mostly seedless, and they tend to be really sweet, kind of delicious overall. So, are we running into each other here? No, we're just fitting. Alright, so we are going to take our trusty ruler again and taking off this piece and taking off this piece. Whoops, way to go, Janet. Move the hands. There you go. Whoop. Alright. That's not a very well done line, unfortunately. Working within a frame is kind of weird. It's kind of an odd thing. Alright, so I was going to put something else in this corner. The elephants, they're kind of, and again they're looking to the left. What is that about? Seriously. Like, I don't think one animal except the lion that we pulled out of that pile was looking left. Looking right. They're all looking to the left. It's crazy. Okay, so if that's the case, then let's find a really cool text for this page. Happy New You. Smashing the takeaway. Relax. Home. Feel good file. Shine on. Bliss. The true spicy delights. All day bliss. See, you can save anything, and eventually they will come in handy for something that you want. I promise you, eventually you'll. I've got like literally 1,000 probably here. It's the whole. This is all full. This box of text pieces. I just can't. I can't. There's no point in getting rid of them because they're gonna shoot me at some point. Escape to the past. Smashing taste. The takeaway. Instant scoop. See, there's just so many here. So many. Cleaning up. Welcome back. The party is over. Optional. Join the club. What you see. Oh. Oh, I like this. Oh my goodness, I like this. Oh, don't crush it. Be careful of your text because you can actually iron it beneath a piece of wax paper if you want. But text is more fragile than people think. It really is. Oh, I like the weekends, even though I don't have them off per se. You know, I'm not a week. It's not that kind of timetable for me. But I just, for some reason, it feels like the whole world slows down a little bit on the weekends. It really does. It's wonderful. my whole household relaxes because everybody's off for the weekend. You know, it just it feels like everything kind of goes sort of thing. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, once again, you know, when you create something that you kind of feel like you like, it's like I've always told my daughters that the very best gifts to give are ones that you really want to keep for yourself. Those are the best kind of gifts to give. And it feels so good to do that, you know what I mean? And every time I put together pictures, I'm not only incredibly grateful that I have, you know, magazines to cut out and still have my eyesight and things like that, but I have a nice place to work, to do my thing, and, you know, a decent camera. So I've got a lot of blessings, folks. And I had sushi yesterday, so yeah, I've got a lot of blessings. I hope you all have an absolutely beautiful, beautiful weekend. I really do hope so. Later.